Okay, so in this video, I want to rebuild Trash 3, and I got a lot of mails or questions about this, what I think about it. And my answer was always, well, you can actually rebuild this inside of Bitwig Studio. Maybe you don't get the interface, maybe you don't get exactly the same sound, but you can kind of replicate how it works easily. So we have here, let's go to this page here. We have basically here a wave shaper. The wave shaper, you have an XY thing. You can drag this small dot here around, then you move or morph between different wave shapers. We have also here a convolution reverb with also this dot, so you can, I guess, I haven't used it, I guess you can also morph here between different convolution reverbs. Then we have here an envelope follower, we have a filter at the end and auto gain, and we have a band splitter here. Okay, so let's actually do this. So first we start here with the trash module, I would say. And for that, we use just the filter plus device, and we don't need the filter, so we switch it off. And then we put this into an XY FX device or container here. And we put each of these filters here into each of these boxes. And I want to use different shapes here. So I go for transfer thing and I reset the curve or maybe load something. Then I put this in here. I use a different shape here. I put this here. Load a different shape here. Put this in there. Also load a different shape. Let's use something different. Let's use something like this. Okay. So we have 4 different wave shapers here, right? Then we put all of this into a chain device. So we can group it together and we can maybe define some macros. So maybe we call this here Trash 4, for instance. And we want to use an XY modulator here in front to actually change here the trash module or the shaper module. And this one here, you can't put actually into bipolar mode. So this is always positive, but it's not a problem. So we put this down and X and Y. And now we can move this here, right? That's actually not a good shape here. Let's use something different. And here we use also something different. Maybe some pinched stuff. No. Oh, let's use soft clip here. Soft clip. This one. Nice. Okay. Okay, nice. So after the shaper stage, we want to go into convolution reverb, and we have a convolution reverb in Bitwig. And I also already years ago, I extracted the Trash 2 impulse response samples. Actually, it's down in some library folder for Trash 2. So we can just reuse this. So I use here some overtones for the amplifier from amplifiers, and we also put this here into an XY container. One thing here, and then I move this in there, one there, and each of these boxes get a different. Well, actually, we use mix 100% here, and we use a different sample for each box. Maybe here we use body 100%, something random. Okay, nice. So now that we have this, we can also use here an XY modulator in front and do the same thing. Put this down, X, Y, and this one is called convolution, and the first one is called shape. Okay, so now we can morph between different shapers and different convolution reverbs. Oh, this is the shaper. Nice. Okay, so now that we have this, let me see. We have a convolution. We have also mix for both of them. Okay, so we use a macro here. Shaper mix. And we use a macro for convolution mix. Okay, nice. We can close this down. This is shaper, this is convolution. So maybe put this here on top. Nice. Okay, so we can mix this in. Easy. And then there is, at the end, maybe I put the snare in. There's an auto gain here, which I really like. I like that they use an auto gain there. And I would say I put an auto gain first before everything. So we have like consistent volume. I use my fancy auto leveler plugin. So this one increases the volume. Okay. Do they actually have some kind of compression thing here? Maybe we can use this for heat. I think heat is just increasing or some kind of compression. I'm not sure. I haven't used this plugin, but I guess heat is something like making something loud. So I would say we use a modulator here called heat to decrease the fall time, which increases the compression. Okay, so you make this auto leveler here a bit smaller. Okay, so this is the auto leveler in front, and then we maybe clone this to the end of the chain. So we have basically the same loudness level for the dry signal and the wet signal. So let's try this out. I don't like this shaper. Okay. Then I saw here this width knob and a stereo dice. I guess the stereo eyes is something like an enhance effect where you delay the left and the right channel differently to make it more stereo. But I don't know. I guess that's it. So we can also do this with the blur device. And the blur device is just an all-pass, right? It delays the left and the right channel differently, with different amounts here. So maybe put this in the post FX of the convolution reverb because it's attached here to this convolute or convolve module. So we bring this in and out also with the macro. This one is called stereo eyes. Bam. Pull up. Okay. maybe we can make it a bit more special in terms of also scaling here the timings, not only the mix. So the mix goes up exponential or maybe logarithmic. So we are pretty fast into the mix here, right? I just need to pull this up just a little bit and we are already above 50%. And then I scale this here more linearly, like this. It's maybe not too much above 10 milliseconds here. Nice, kind of like it. We could also try, instead of using this auto level at the end, we could try and put this here in the post FX of each of these stages, so we have the same volume everywhere. I don't know if this makes sense. I just try it out here. Maybe put this here and here. Let's see. Okay, nice. I think there's also then a width knob here. We can also do this. So we just use a tool device here. Let me see. Tool. And then use a macro. Call this width. Yeah, let's use here a bipolar thing for that. So we can leave this at 100%, which is just, you know, untouched, and then we can make it mono, or we can increase the side channel. Okay. That's that. And then we have here modulation, which is, I saw it in the video. It's a kind of an envelope follower with an attack and decay setting. We also have a follower envelope follower here in Bitwig with an attack and decay setting. So we can then use this for all kinds of different targets. I don't know how they solve this in here, if you actually can define where this goes. I have no idea. So inside of Bitwig, you can modulate different things. We can just use this here and then say we want to change maybe the position of the shaper and maybe also the position here of the convolution reverb in certain ways. Okay, then we have a filter. Heat, we have already heat. Scream, I guess that's just a resonant filter. And then we have here a frequency knob. Okay, so we go at the end here and we just implement a filter. And we don't need another thing here. Maybe we can use an howl. Maybe this could be interesting. Howl. So we go up at this. And we also have here a new macro to change the frequency. Filter frequency. And as a filter here, we use Ripple, hyper resonant circuit for playful feedback, maybe something like this. And then we want to use again an auto level at the end because we probably change here the volume. But the Ripple has a lot of options here. I don't want to put all of this in here. So maybe we can just make one macro knob and define or design something. Or let's call it, what's the name in here? Frequency scream. Let's call this scream. Push this up. We use another, or not the macro, we just use a button here and call this the last stage, the filter stage, right? So we can switch this stage completely off. Yeah. Maybe instead of switching this off, use a mix. Is there some name here? No, it's just called filter. And we change this one here. And this is always on. Okay, cool. Then I don't think maybe we don't need the auto leveler in here. I have no idea. Let's switch this off for a moment here. Also this one. Maybe it's too much. Or we just ease here the heat control. It's this one, huh? Yeah, that's the heat control. Holy shit. You can see because of the auto leveler, we never exceed here the 0 dB. So we don't even need a filter at a limiter at the end, right? So that's how I would do it. Maybe we can also here introduce an FX3 frequency splitter. So we have to put all of this into, different boxes here. I don't know if this makes sense. And then also a convolution also on each of these bands here. I mean, we can do it. It's not a big problem. then we can go into each of these boxes and then also define for each of these 4 things a different shaper and also a different convolution reverb. If this makes sense to you, I guess. Okay, so I put this preset here in the description down below, so you can download this if you want to. You have to extract here these impulse responses for yourself. I can't actually give you this. It's probably copyright protected, so you need to own Trash 2 for this. But you can use, you know, something different. There are a lot of websites on the internet where you can just download some tones or some impulse responses. Or just create something for yourself with some noise samples. It's also easy to do. Okay, so like I said, I put this in the description below so you can download it, have some fun with it, and maybe extend it or create it differently, or just remove here this FX thing. I probably would remove just this FX3 here. I don't think you need a frequency splitter. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So link is in the description below. Leave a like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye.